Shikamaru might die. Yeah, 100%. What happens if Kawaki finds out what Shikamaru is actually doing and the fact that he's relaying information to Boruto? What's going to happen? I think there's going to be a civil war happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think a civil war is going to be happening, and it's going to be Kawaki and his crew versus whoever Shikamaru can invite to his side. We know that is Ino. We know that is Sarada. We know that is Boruto, followed by Akashi and Koji. We know his son is definitely going to be like, hey, daddy, I'm on your side, you know. I just don't know how this is going to go. And honestly, I'm going to throw it out there. I'm throwing it out there right now. Shikamaru might die. Yeah, 100%. Really think about it. In Boruto, we really haven't had a real death. Especially with Kurama coming back, even though it might not be the same Kurama, or if it is the same Kurama, further proves my point. We haven't had like a surefire death. Kurama came back. That happened in Boruto chapter, I want to say 51, maybe 52, where he officially died, and he came back in chapter 9. What happens now? I think Kawaki may fuck around, excuse my language, but it's serious. I think Kawaki may just, he might take out the 8th Hokage. He might do it. He might do it because Kawaki right now literally doesn't believe shit. He wants to get Boruto out of here. He hasn't did no training. He's relying on his own strength. He's not even in a right space and mind. So if he finds out what Shikamaru is doing, I don't know if Kawaki can just straight up say like, yo, it's cool, man. Just don't do that again. No, I think Kawaki's going to straight up yank that boy up, a.k.a. Shikamaru, the 8th Hokage, and possibly kill him. I really do believe that. How do you make the stakes feel even bigger than they are without some deaths? Right now, Boruto has not given us a true dignified deaths. Yes, we had a couple characters early on in the series, Boruto, Naruto, Next Generations. Yes, we had Kurama, but as you see, he has came back. It might not be the same one. Cool, but he still kind of came back. We need a death, and I feel like it would be the irony. It would be the irony that one of the children, one of the kings that Shikamaru was supposed to look out for is the one that took his life. The irony of that right there will be great, thus turning into a civil war. Now, if Kawaki does kill Shikamaru, that turns into the civil war, or if Kawaki finds out that Shikamaru's kind of been, you know what I'm saying? And now that starts the civil war, thus Kawaki killing them, battling and suing and all that. I believe that to be the case. I don't think we're going to have a period of the divine trees kind of taking over, then cold kind of coming. I feel like it's a lot of, again, I said this before, endgame. Like a lot of it just feels like endgame just each chapter. I feel like we're going to have a down process. And within that down process, Kawaki will find out what Shikamaru is doing. Whether Ada tells him, whether Daemon says something, whether Delta says something, whether Mitsuki says something, because he's still on the fence. Yes, I could be your son, Boruto, but or you my son, like, we don't know. I feel like a civil war is due. Okay, all the characters are here, they're right now, and of course we see what Shikamaru is doing. That's not gonna go unnoticed. It's not gonna go unnoticed. Now, I'm not saying Shikamaru will die, but I'm telling you right now, Kawaki will find out what happens with Shikamaru and why he is essentially shading Kawaki, why he is essentially talking to Boruto when Boruto is the enemy of the leaf. He's going to realize you know way too much. You might know about what Ada did. You might know about the jutsu. You might know about the fact that I'm really not the son of Naruto. Hell, you might even know where Naruto's at. You might. Kawaki might take it there. I've seen it right now in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex chapter 1 all the way to chapter 9. That boy has no remorse. He's focused on one goal, and Shikamaru is kind of stopping him from getting to this goal. Of course, with the karmas kind of already clashing and kind of having the resonance, I feel like Kawaki's at a desperate end, and it might lead it might lead to a civil war between Kawaki and his leaf and Shikamaru and his leaf and co-companions. I do believe that to be the case. Again, I don't know. I do not know if Shikamaru will die. However, I do think Shikamaru will be caught. I do think Kawaki will find out. And I'm sorry, Kawaki might take it out on that boy. And honestly, there's nobody to really defend Shikamaru outside of maybe Sadara. You might throw in Kakashi in there. But to really take on Kawaki as well as Delta, like, there's nobody. There's a reason why Shikamaru kind of brought Boruto to the fold. It's kind of why they have this allegiance. Boruto is going to have to do something. He's going to have to do something. I just want to bring that up. Again, the Civil War, it may or may not happen, but I think it's predicated on whatever happens between Kawaki and Shikamaru. Whether or not Shikamaru will get found out by Kawaki, or whether or not Kawaki finds out and then he will kill Shikamaru, the Civil War. I do believe it is going to happen. I don't think Shikamaru's son, is going to sit down, Shikadai. I don't think he's going to sit down in the Chikasho. I don't think they're going to sit down. I don't think Sadara is going to sit down, regardless of how he felt towards Shikamaru. I don't even think Boruto is going to sit down. I don't think that we're going to be in this whole little divine tree arc. Like, there is going to be some down process. And within that down process, the Civil War will begin. Thus, Shikamaru, Kawaki. That's what I feel like is going to happen. Civil War. And it all is predicated, again, on whether or not Shikamaru is going to die because Kawaki finds out that Shikamaru's been lying to him. Interesting.